Hello, what's up, young people? We are back again on the Your Time Show, and we are excited that you are watching us. Today, if you are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, feel free to comment, ask as many questions as you like, and we will be happy to answer them and respond to them. Today on the show, we're going to be talking about career. Choosing a career. There are quite a number of questions that surround choosing a career as the topic, and very many young people reach a stage and probably they do not know which particular career to choose, what is embedded in them that probably may prompt them to choose a particular career, and lots of things and questions that are embedded therein. But today on the show, we are hosting Henry Muguluma. Henry, please talk about yourself.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Isaac.
You're
My
welcome.
name is Henry Muguluma, and I'm a member of God Community Church.
Yes.
I work with African Ministries. I consider myself young and vibrant.
And you're actually young.
And I'm really, really excited to be a part of the talk show today.
Yes, you are very, very welcome. I am happy to see you, Henry. Like I said, Henry, there are quite a number of issues that surround the thing or the whole idea of choosing a career. It is very, very wide.
That's right.
Personally, on my side, it is one of the things that needed a lot of talk into, that, you know, I had to really, really take a lot of time before I chose the particular career line I am in right now. So I would love to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Probably some of these questions are going to help as many young people out there, because they are at the stage where I probably was at, or they are actually approaching that particular stage where they have to actually make the choice of a career. So, Henry, in understanding what a career is, does it only relate to what you have studied in school?
Thank you, Isaac. Actually, most people think that way. Most people think that career really only means what you've studied in school.
Yeah.
But career is more than that. It goes to the things you have learned to do, skills you've picked up. Some of the things you picked them up from home.
Yeah.
You could have picked it up from the village you grew up in, from the church you're going to.
Yeah.
You could also have gotten it from school. So yes, career relates to what you study in class, but it has a lot to do with the things you also do outside class. For example, footballers. You don't play football in class. You know, you play it on the field, on the road, at home, and yet you end up making that your career. All singing. Not that every school you go to you learn music.
Yes.
But there are people who have picked up singing from churches. They, you know, they started from Sunday school, and then they just keep going on with it, and that's also a career. But I think what most people do, they think career is all about medicine, all engineering, things which you really can only master in class. But no, career goes beyond just what you study in class to include everything else that you learn to do and you can use to make a life with.
All right, that is actually, I find that very interesting, because, you know, there is this particular saying usually that they ask us when we are still young. And I used to interface it very, very, very much. You know, an uncle comes home and they ask you, Isaac, what do you want to be in future?
That's true.
So in my mind, okay, at that age, I really didn't know that's the really the career line, but I talk about it in that is the dream, my dream. That is what I want to be. And usually I probably may consider that a career.
That is right.
Yes. So, however, in choosing a career line, Henry, what would be some of the considerations everyone should put in mind?
Thank you. Again, allow me to first go back on what you're talking about. What do you want to be? What is your dream? I think actually it's a good thing when you start answering that question when you're young. And if, I mean, parents could just do that as more often, and people, it helps someone to learn that there is something to live for, something to look forward to. At an early stage, a young person begins to identify with certain things. They may not necessarily end up being that particular thing, but they start to dream of being something, of being somebody. And that may take them to the next step where they may actually have to make the specific decision that they have to make.
This is actually what I want to do.
So I think one of the fundamental steps is just starting from there, answering the question, what do I want to be? What is my dream? What am I excited about? No matter how young you are, and no matter how it may be far-fetched, it gives you the first step to the next step, because the other steps now become more specific because you're getting closer to the thing. So when I was younger, my first thing, I wanted to be a doctor. I don't know why I actually wanted to be a doctor, because there is nothing about medicine that really, really excites me. But I think I saw a doctor putting on the white thing, gun, and I was like, that's what I want to be.
Very smart.
Later on, I changed. They said, now I want to be a lawyer. And I changed from that because I discovered I was horrible at biology.
Yes.
And yet doctors must be so good at biology. So I was like, I can't make a doctor when I'm failing biology. Yeah. So I moved on to law because there were other things which I was doing well and they could relate to law.
Yes.
So again, as I said, the first step is just start out by answering the question, what do you want to be?
Yes.
And it's okay to answer it anyway. No one is going to crucify you. It's okay to want even to be 1,000 things. It's okay to change it. But as you go on, there are certain things which become more specific.
Yes.
There are about 4 things that I think are very, very important when it comes to choosing a career. And I'll give you the first one. The first one is passion.
Yes.
Passion. What are you excited about? Just excited about. You may be excited about soccer, football.
Yes.
And that's okay. That could really end up being your career. And the interesting thing is that there are so many things you could be by just choosing an excitement of football.
Yes.
You could, for example, end up as number 5 on the field. You could be number 9 in the field. You could be number 1, and you could be in the goal post. You're the goalkeeper. You could be a referee.
Yes.
You could be a linesman. You could be a physician. I mean, there's so many things. You could be a commentator. All that comes in just by choosing my area of excitement.
Passion.
What am I excited about?
This is what excites me.
This is what makes me happy.
Exactly.
Or music. I want a career in music. It does not necessarily mean that you're going to be a singer. You could be one. Yeah. But there are so many other things, again, you can do with music.
Instrumentalist.
Exactly. you could go and become a DJ.
Exactly.
You could even become a music promoter.
I actually hadn't thought about the DJ part.
Exactly. The people who just make their money by just knowing who did which song, when, how did they sing it, when was it released, which video. I mean, by just being excited about something, you've already had one of the most fundamental things about choosing a career. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you about certain things. There are certain things which do not even seem like someone would consider them for a career. Watching TV, watching movies. Yeah. I'll be like, really? How could
what that? Is that? Actually, a few weeks ago, we had someone on the show, and you know what they were passionate about is being a hype man, and I was like, okay, what is that?
Exactly.
So I relate to what you're saying.
Yes, people have things that they're excited about, and when you first look at them, you think like, oops, that's nothing.
Yes.
But behind it is an incredible world of career choices and possibilities.
That's right.
So just by being interested in TV and in movies, it's opening up yourself to the chances of career which are on the other side.
Yes.
For example, by just loving movies, you could end up being a great script writer because you know how to tell stories. You see those things like, oh my goodness, I like that story.
Yes.
And movies really, a story is being told visually.
Yes.
Okay. You could end up being an editor. You just edit the stories.
From what you have watched.
Exactly.
Which is,
you could end up being a director. Because every time you watch, you're like, that wasn't done so well. No, they should have done, no, the way that person came out, they shouldn't have come out like that.
Yeah.
So you just started out with your excitement zone.
Yes.
Your passion, and now you're having all those possibilities. You could also just end up being a movie analyst. There are people who just make money by introducing, oh, there is this movie, it's amazing, it's good, you have to watch it.
What is the difference between those and VJ Jingo, VJ Junior?
You've even mentioned another one. People who translate movies for other people by just choosing something which you're excited about.
Yes.
So passion is one of those fundamental things that before you even discover anything else,
Yes.
you notice it within you.
Passion.
I'm excited about this. Passion. What are you passionate for? So if there was any young person who is out there and they're saying, where do I start about my career? What do I go for? I mean, I don't know. This thing is very, very confusing. I would say, please, what are you excited about? What is your passion? Go for it, because in going for it, you're going to end up with an amazing career that will even blow you away.
Wow. What would be number 2, Henry?
Number 2, I said there were four things.
Yes.
Number 2 is potential.
Potential.
Potential. And potential is basically what can you do?
Yes.
What are you good at? Now, different people are good at different things.
Yes.
Now, if you only stop at passion and you never consider potential, you end up being like someone who is so excited about music, but really give them a microphone to sing and say, oh, please, please. What you're making is not music, that is noise.
Which sometimes it's challenging. That now it becomes more tricky.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why you need to go beyond just considering passion to say, okay,
Potential.
I'm passionate in this area, but what am I good at? What is my potential?
Exactly.
Where do I shine most from? So potential, it could be, for example, in areas which you are gifted in.
Yes.
You are gifted in music, in soccer. You could be even gifted in talking, like I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So you actually have a career in talking and talking and talking and talking, whatever that is, presenting, interviewing, whatever there is need for talking, you are the guy.
That's true.
But it could also go for things which are not gifts. It could be for things which you pick up as skills that you end up becoming good at cooking.
Wow.
And when you get to the kitchen and you prepare a meal, everybody says, can you please have some more? This is so good. Who did this? I mean, everybody else prepares the same meal, but no one says,
but this one does it better than the others.
And you also know it because people like your food. You're good at it.
Yes.
But it could also go to things you're learning in class, subjects you're good at. I mean, you could be good at sciences, you could be good with arts, you could be good with languages. Those subjects are showing you areas of your potential, things you are good at. For me,
that's true.
Like I said, I wanted to be a doctor. Area of passion, doctor medicine. I want to be a doctor, that's your dream. Potential. Biology,
no way.
0.9%. I said, the thing belongs to 90%, not 0.9%.
At some point, I actually wanted to become a bank manager. There is a way the word fascinated me, like bank manager. So whenever I related to bank manager, so in my head, I imagine this person has a lot of money, actually. So it would be very nice. So
then you realize, no, maybe you're not as good. Yeah, I mean, potential is such a wonderful thing that when you get it, you're like, okay, I'm good at this and not this. Therefore, let me pursue the area I'm good at.
Exactly.
I ended up choosing a career which was connected to language and writing and being before people and explaining things to them, training. But it really started by being interested in English. I wanted English and literature. I wanted those books, reading the stories and the way people were using language. I was like, oh, this is the thing I want for me. And then I knew, later on I discovered behind that excitement of books, I was good at reading them and understanding them. Behind it, there was mass communication, there was law, there was education, there was writing.
Lots and lots.
So many things I could choose from, and I just chose one of them. Like, let me do that. And then here I am. So potential is such a huge, huge, huge fundamental factor when it comes to choosing a career.
Yes.
Because potential is what shows you that the thing you're excited about you are also good at it.
Exactly.
As compared, I am simply excited about something, but I am horrible at it. And if you don't know what you're horrible at, ask the people around you.
Yes.
Ask them, am I good at singing or not?
Mm-hmm.
They will say, sing and we listen. They say, no, please stop.
So if you can't, that's interesting.
Yes.
What would be number 3, Henry?
Number 3. Number 3 is, again, another P.
Mm-hmm.
I would call it possibilities.
Yes.
Because sometimes you are excited about something.
Mm-hmm.
You have the potential to do that thing.
Exactly.
But there are no possibilities of doing that thing.
Would that relate to financial possibilities?
That could be one, actually, you're right. Because there are so many young people who are saying, I want to do this.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. But they really cannot afford it. Your parents can't afford it. You can't get a scholarship. Then possibly it may not be a career for you because it does not agree with the possibilities which are in your world.
Exactly.
Or you may want to do a course at a university, but the course is not offered in your country.
Wow.
So yes, you're excited about it. Yes, you can do it. You want to do aerospace engineering. But in Uganda, we do not really have anything like that. So you may need to settle for something which is possible for you. Maybe you go for piloting or anything with aviation in Uganda.
Yes.
Maybe at a later point you may build onto that to go to the next possibility.
Makes it a little bit sad from the beginning, though.
True. I agree with you. But actually, it is the wake-up call for many of us. Because some of the things we're excited about are things we've watched on TV, in movies.
That's true.
Which are available in other countries, but not in your world. Look at this thing I'm interested in. Will it even be able to help me earn? Are there jobs for it? Because you may say, no, I'm excited about it, but no one is paying you for it.
There is no money for it.
Yes, there are people who are doing all these courses, but in Uganda, they're not selling courses.
That's true.
So that's why I said possibilities. Which universities offer the courses you're going for?
Yes.
Which workplaces employ people like you? Are there even those particular courses available for somebody like you? Do you have the finances, the money? If you want to do something that needs 9 million per semester, your parents can only afford 1 million, then
you really have to put that into consideration.
Yes. Because it's not one thing that determines a career.
Yes.
You remember even you asked your question, which thing determines? Not one, several things. It's when those things come together, then you say, oh,
a whole something.
Yes.
What would be the last thing? Because you said there are 4.
Yes, there are 4 actually, and the last one is also a P actually. It's pay.
Find it actually very interesting how you've arranged them. The pay part. Okay.
Yes, it's the pay. You know, some people don't think about the pay when they're thinking about career, but it's so important.
How much is involved?
Well, how much are we getting at the end of the day?
Yes.
Because you may do a very grand course you're excited about, it is even possible to do it, the course is there, and you have the potential. But then you end up, and the pay is lousy. You paid a total of about 30 million to complete the degree. You are paid 50,000 per month.
It doesn't make the math.
Totally doesn't make the math.
Yes.
So I normally ask people, look at what is paying and the amount it is paying. Is that the kind of amount you want to earn? Because career determines so many things in a person's life.
Exactly.
And one of the things it determines is how much you'll be earning.
What is your worth?
Exactly. Career, like I said, determines so much. Career determines where you will live.
Yes.
Career sometimes even determines who you will marry.
Actually, even the friends you will keep.
You see? So, career, you need to think about the money it pays. Is that the money I want to earn? Now, in thinking about pay, you don't need to overestimate yourself. Of course, everyone wants to earn millions and billions. But again, if we go to possibilities, you may say, no, I want a career which one has to pay me 10 million. But where you are really, the highest paying employer pays 1 million.
Wow.
So unless you are thinking of a career beyond Uganda, yes. So
then that means...
So all the things have to line up. And sometimes you can even choose a career which starts you at a different point of pay, But there are chances of moving to the next level of pay by either upgrading, adding on something else, improvising. So again, the money it pays, can I live with that money? Can it take care of my basics?
Is it something I would really wanted?
Can I start with that? I may not start with millions, but is 300 okay? Is 500 okay? Yeah, if I get that money, that's
okay.
Fine.
For the start, it's okay.
That's okay. Exactly. So if you can figure out the pay part, you're good to go about career.
That is very, very interesting, Henry. I find all those P's very, would you call them the 4 P's?
Yes, there are 4 P's of career choice.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. We are going to go for a short break. But before we go for the short break, I would love to re-echo the 4 P's. I would love you, Henry, to re-echo them again. And then we'll go for the short break. And then when we come back, the show is going to continue as we ask and interact more in line with career choices. The first P was?
The first P is passion. What are you excited about?
The second P is?
The second P is potential. What are you good at?
The third P was?
The third P is possibilities. What is available to do?
And the fourth P is?
The fourth P is pay. How much is it giving you?
All right, we are excited that you're still watching wherever you are. Please stay tuned. And when we come back, we are going to be continuing with this very interesting topic, career choice. See you then.
It is said that prayer is caught and never taught. People who tarry longer in the presence of God are the people that have learned the secret of prayer. Such an atmosphere is provided for here at Gaba Community Church every Friday, and this is your moment. It's such an atmosphere that you need. God bless you.
Welcome back from that short break. We are excited that you are still watching. Like I said, feel free to ask as many questions as you can, and we will be able to reply to them, and also invite as many people as you can. We are continuing with our earlier on discussion about career choice, and today in the studio we have Henry Muguluma. Henry, we are continuing with this. I would love to ask you more questions in line with career choice. What are some of the common mistakes people make when choosing a career choice?
Wow, I'm actually glad, Isaac, that you asked that question.
Yeah.
Because many of the mistakes that people make, young people, older people, even people who are going for upgrading, they don't even believe their mistakes. Seriously. They make them thinking, oh, I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing the right thing.
Yes.
Only later on to realize they were doing the whole thing. I mean, haven't you met young people maybe in class?
Yes.
And someone says, what do you want to be? I want to be like an engineer. And I'm like, oh, right, that's wonderful. So what are you doing on science? Says, the things are hard for me. I prefer these arts things. Man, I understand the things. Yes, you understand those things. But if you concentrate more in arts, then you can forget about engineering, unless there is arts engineering. So some people are
social engineers.
Social engineers. Some people are just making the easiest mistakes.
Yes.
The most obvious ones, but they don't even think they are making those mistakes. Or they feel wrongly their job forms.
Yes.
Or they feel wrongly the application forms to universities. And then you're saying, but what were you thinking about when you're feeling this? Like, I wasn't even thinking.
What were you doing?
What were you doing then? So the truth is, and I hope this would help to give guidance when it concerns to mistakes many people make. The fundamental one, the one which is really at the best of each and every mistake almost people make, is not seeking guidance.
Wow. Very dangerous.
Honestly. Not seeking guidance, not listening. Because for everything you want to be, there is somebody else who has already become that.
Exactly.
So instead of sitting back and saying, no, I want to be a lawyer, look for who is a lawyer. Ask them about the course. Maybe from what they tell you, you'll discover that's not really what you want. Instead of ending up in the thing, and you're like, this is not for me. Exactly. What was I thinking? You're not thinking. You should have simply sought guidance.
Yes.
And sometimes that guidance is available even on the internet. I mean, if you could just go on the internet and look
Scroll
up.
through.
But most people go to the internet to just watch what YouTube is going on, what Facebook thing is going on. Great, wonderful stuff, but it's not helping you in choosing your career choice. So really, seeking guidance, Isaac, for me, would be the fundamental. It's at the core of everything. And people who normally take the time to seek guidance again and again and again, not just from one person, from one place, but from multiple avenues, end up making better choices than the person who says, I'll sit alone in my corner. I know what I want. Everybody else, leave me alone. Exactly. That doesn't work. But then the other mistake I think which also happens, sometimes it's not you really who makes the mistake. Sometimes it's your parents.
They choose for you
They choose for you.
Career.
Yeah. They insist, you know, I wanted to be a lawyer and I didn't make it to be lawyer. You're my daughter, so you're going to be a lawyer. Understood? I'm your dad. I've spoken. Yeah.
Fine, no.
Yes, it is good, my dad, you've spoken.
Yeah.
But you're forcing me into something which is not connected to my passion, my potential, possibilities, and pay. That's not it at all for me.
Yes.
So sometimes really it's the parent who makes the mistake of making a choice for you which disagrees with everything about you, which you do not want, which does not even align with your potential.
On that part, Henry, there are very many young people, including me. I reached a particular point. I had my passion. I had love for what I wanted to do. But you know, I don't know if it's a particular stage where you reach and you actually do not, you apply.
Yes.
They ask you, okay, you chose to do this combination in A-level, but what exactly do you want? Is there a possibility that you probably may not know?
Yes, it's true.
And the parent probably may need to, you know, jump in at that
I agree.
point.
There are times when parents, with their guidance, actually helps you because you do not know or you're confused. And maybe something you're looking for is ridiculous or what you want to be doesn't really agree with you. I mean, we talked about a musician. Someone said, I want to do music, I want to do music. And I'm like, can you sing?
The voice.
Like, no. Okay, can you play instruments? No. Do you want instruments? No. Okay, what do you want about music? I was like, I don't know.
I'm just passionate
about it. So, really, when you're at that place, you need to go back to point one and seek guidance.
Seeking guidance.
And that guidance indeed may come from your parents.
Yes.
Parents are great people when it comes to giving guidance because they've seen it.
That is right.
They've encountered it. They know people who do what you're wanting to do. So I wasn't saying that parents should not be consulted. I mean, they should be the first people
to be
you
consulted.
Talk to before you talk to anybody else. So the point I was really making is that when sometimes a parent can make a wrong choice for you.
More of a dictatorship.
Yes, and when they don't listen to you, you may end up doing for them something that you don't really want. I had a story, true story. Dad wanted his son to do a course connected to medicine.
Wow.
The son went and did a course and he became a dentist. And
related to medicine.
Yes.
Yes.
Finished the course. The dad was very happy. Mom was very happy. Big, huge graduation. Then he got his degree papers. Says, Mom and Dad, thank you for paying for this course. Here is your degree.
Take it back.
Now, let me go do something I want to do. What did he go to do? Comedy. Stand-up comedy. Seriously. He said, this is all I ever wanted. I wanted to stand before people, make them laugh.
Jokes.
Yes, make jokes. I wanted to be an MC.
Wow.
I don't really like the thing of say, open up your mouth. Let me see which tooth is having issues.
Remove the molar.
No. For him, he just wanted to stand before people, make them happy, make them laugh. And then he wanted also acting.
Wow.
And now he's making his money, not from being a dentist, but being from an actor. True story.
And that's his career.
That is his career now.
Wow.
So that's why I say that sometimes a parent can really make a choice which is not good for you.
Yes.
But then let me talk to young people about how do you work with a parent when what they want is not what you want. Yes.
It makes it tricky. Henry,
Yes.
because they actually, what arises more,
Yes.
what I've had more parents say is, "Woba ogenda kwesasulira sente."
That is true.
Genda ogikole.
That is why we really need to make this advice to every young person.
Exactly.
So, in case your parent wants something that you do not really, really want, something you think should be different from what you want,
Yes.
there are ways of handling it. Number one, listen. Before you tell your father, mother, I don't want to listen, I don't want to know, leave me alone, it is my brain, it is my future. Please, first keep that to yourself and listen. Listen to what your mom and dad is saying. Where are they coming from? Why are they saying what they are saying? Then number two, ask them for permission to explain why you're saying. Don't start by explaining, ask for permission. Mommy, I've understood what you're saying. Is this and this and this and this and this? Yes. Mommy, can I explain to you why I was saying this and this and this? And if they say yes, good for you. Start to explain. If they say no, please keep quiet. Now look for somebody else whom you can explain to, and they can explain to your parents. Because that might help. It could be an uncle, an aunt, a friend, somebody who has done what they're asking you to do, or who has done what you want to do.
That's true.
Who can understand you better and explain to them.
Yes.
If that doesn't work, you may have to do what the other guy did. Go to school. Study it. You may discover in second year that the thing is really good, you just didn't know. And then you say, woo, my mom, my dad were right. Or you may discover at the end of 3 years, it's not really good. And then you finish it and say, Mommy, Daddy, thank you. But the thing is not really working for me. Or you may actually discover by first using it for 3 years in the field, and you discover they were right.
Yes, this is actually...
Or you may discover it doesn't work, and you need to figure out another way. And that is okay still. You're above 18. You're an adult now. You're making your own money. Go do now whatever you want.
Exactly.
Before it was your parents paying for you. Now you're paying for yourself.
Actually, Henry, on that point, I love that kind of advice, because sometimes when people do the things they are forced to do, they do them just in any way.
That's right.
But I think I would stick to that part where you say go do it and actually excel in it.
Exactly.
Try as much as possible to invest time in it, so
that's
that
true.
because what if you realize after 3 years that actually this is what I wanted?
That is true. I like how you said it. Even when you're forced to do it, go do it. Give it your best.
Exactly.
And see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
If after giving it your best, it still doesn't work out, then probably you are right. But after giving it your best, you discover, wow, what was I thinking? You are right, you are not thinking. Your parents did the best thinking for you.
Wow. That is very, very interesting. Henry,
Okay.
I would love to ask you the last question before the end of the show. And this zeroes down to the book you wrote.
Okay.
You wrote a book called 5 Things Every Young Person Should Know.
Yes, 5 things
every young person should know.
Yes.
And actually, we have the book right here in our library.
Yes.
So I took the opportunity to read that book, and you talk about some of the things we've actually been discussing about. Right. One of those things in number 1, you mentioned that every young person actually needs to know their souls. It connects to who am I.
Yeah.
Personal things.
Yes, that's right.
And it's very, very interesting. I would love you to talk about this book. It probably may be in line with what we are talking about, career choice.
Yes.
I find it very, very interesting. And also, what are some of those things people out there should look out for that should prompt them to get this book? Because personally, it has helped me. So I would love other young people to get the book. Okay. I would love you to briefly talk about that book.
Okay, thank you, Isaac.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 Things Every Young Person Should Know. It's really a good book. I wrote it from a place of when I was younger, I was going through a lot of things.
Yes.
And I wanted someone to talk to me, to teach me certain things, but I really didn't have so many people like that. I even wanted a book that could help me, but it wasn't there. And then later on, as I grew up, I was like, let me write this book because it's the kind of book I wish someone had put in my hands when I was younger.
That's true.
And I picked out 5 things. There's so many things, but I picked out 5 fundamental things that...
I actually was wondering,
Yes.
like, why did really
Yes,
you
it's
focus on this?
5
Because there are lots of
fundamental
things.
that every young
Young
person should
should
know. And one of those things is identity, like you talked about.
Yes.
Who are you? Who are really, really you? Not just what do people say you are, how they define you, look at you, but who are you? And this book helps you to understand, answer that question, who am I? Who really, really am I?
What is embedded in me?
What is it in me?
Yes.
And then the second thing the book helps young people about is the issue of purpose.
Yes.
Why am I here? Why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I find myself existing? Is it by mistake? Why? What am I here to do? And
What
the
is
book
the
again helps you
purpose?
to discover that purpose for you, that you came here. It answers the question of purpose so well, and that you walk out of your reading and saying, I think I'm beginning to see it. Now I can
Exactly.
pursue it. Then the third thing the book helps you to understand, the thing we talked about, potential.
What's my potential?
What is my potential? What am I good at? I mean, it
Yes.
has about 5 fundamental chapters which explain to you how to discover it, how to develop it, how to use it, how to
Yes.
maximize it, how to get good at it.
That's true.
Everything you need to know about potential. Again, it is within that particular book. And the book talks about heritage. Where you're
do I come
coming
from?
from. Because every person comes from somewhere.
Exactly.
And it's important to understand where you come from, because if you don't know where you come from, then you don't know where you're going. And then the book talks about destiny. Where am I going? Where do I want to end up? In this life or even after this life?
Where do I see
Where
myself?
do I see myself?
Yes.
So the book is such, the feedback I've gotten from young people and from everybody who has read it, parents, people who are not even young, I mean people who are in their 40s, 50s, there's somebody who is in their 80s who read it and said,
Wow.
I loved this book, I bought copies and sent it to young people, and they said, if anybody reads this book when they're young, and by younger they were meaning anybody below 40 years, they will be able to live life in a better way because it gives them guidance that they really need.
I love the diversity in the book, because it actually also does not only relate to a particular kind of people, but I just love how it engulfs everyone.
It's a book for-
Christian,
yes.
non-Christian,
That's right.
young, youthful,
Yes.
18-year-old.
Yes.
I read it and I was mesmerized and I was like, I need
Thank
to have
you.
this game.
You'll be amazed at the people who have asked for the book. I mean, I've had people from Uganda definitely
Yes.
reading the book. So many people from schools. And then we've had parents buying books and gifting people. And then for their children too. But then we've had people from beyond Uganda ordering for the book, from South Africa. From Egypt, there is a lady who bought 15 copies and sent them to Egypt. From Kenya,
Wow.
we had people read the book from USA, from Holland, from Canada.
Wow.
Yes, so I think what people have found in this particular book, it's a simple book actually, that there is wisdom for life.
Yes.
Very practical tips that can help anybody. Actually, somebody told me, why did you say 5 things every young person should know? When actually the book is about 5 things every person, no matter who they are, should know. And I said, thank you.
That is very, very good. We are coming to the end of the show. Thank you very much, Henry, for that insight. It has been amazing hosting you. Maybe the last thing I would like you to talk about very briefly as we conclude is if I need this book. The book is actually right here.
Yes.
If someone out there needs this book, where do they get this book? Because most of the things I realize, most of the questions I'm asking you are things that are actually you wrote about in this book. So it would be very nice for our viewers to have a copy of this book and read it. Where would they get this book from?
So the book can actually be gotten from Gaba Community Church. There are copies there. You could go to a Restock bookshop. It has copies. There is Glam and Poppy, Mukwano, Buganda Road. There is Mukwano, I think Mukwano House. there. There is, I think it's shop number 28. There are copies over there. There is Enjoy Bookshop in Wandegea. There are copies over there. You could also call a certain number. Actually, there are two numbers. One is an MTN and an Airtel number.
Yeah.
And you talk to a guy called Mark on that number, and then you will still be able to get the copies.
So the
yes.
number will be reflected on the
Yes,
screens.
yes.
Yeah.
Even Jumia, actually, if you just got your phone and typed into Jumia and said, I need that book, still you can get it. Or you can just come to my Facebook wall and say, how can I get this book? Or please get me this book, and you get it.
All right. The Facebook wall is Henry
Muguluma.
And any other social media platform, Instagram?
Oh, yes. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I told you I'm young and vibrant. Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, definitely, and Facebook.
Henry Muguluma.
Henry Muguluma. Everything is still Henry Muguluma.
5 things every young person should know.
5 things every young person should know.
All right, that is very, very interesting. Thank you very much for whoever is still watching. It's been an amazing show. We love that you are still listening. Thank you very much for the questions, for the people who have sent in their comments. We'll make sure that we answer and get back to you on all those questions. It's been a nice time, and until next time, the Your Time Show every Thursday, 5 p.m. Thank you very much. Till next time, bye-bye.